Good morning. I'm not Bonnie's height, so I have to have the microphone a little lower. I'm Jill Jackson, and I'm incredibly humbled to be speaking to you this morning, almost afternoon, maybe it's afternoon now. I don't have an incredible story like so many of the people in this room. I sat here, I came to the body challenge in the summer, the beach body, sorry, ooh, not bikini. I came to the beach body challenge, but really I went into it very half-assed. I was like, oh, if I can just get my hands on that fucking packet. I know this will be the secret. This is what I need. It's like, if I just follow it, then I'm sure to be successful. Like everyone else in this room, I have spent a lifetime of, every diet out there. I'm a reader. I borrow many, many books from my public library. I have done every program for weight loss out there. And I'm here to tell you that this is the one that works. This is the one that you should be very glad that you've made this investment. It's the only time in my married life that my husband has not complained about my spending. His cousin's wife will attest to that. He's a tough bastard. Okay. So I am not someone who was ever super obese. I was the girl that people said, you have such a pretty face, or, oh, you have such great legs. But then the rest of me was kind of like a weeble. Do you remember weebles? Like the Higglytown heroes? Like, are you picking up my vibe here? It was not a pretty sight. And people always gave me compliments, but I never believed them. I had a very bad low self-esteem issue, and all of their compliments felt disingenuous. I felt like they were just being kind and whatever. So I'm married to someone, like I said, the grouchy guy, who is a metabolic wonder. We call him the natural in my family because he eats whatever he wants and competes in Spartans with no training and is just like this fucking asshole. So anyway, he would always just be like, oh, Jill, it's not rocket science. You just eat less and move more. And so I tried that route, but last year I really reached a point where I was, a year ago in February, I weighed 25 pounds more than I weigh today, approximately. I don't weigh myself every day anymore, although I used to. Because I'm here, I think, to represent the non-scale victory. I did lose, I know you're gonna be like, wow, this is a shocking figure, but just buckle up. 6.5 pounds during the fall challenge. And I'm not trying to minimize that, because I think it's challenging, honestly, even to maintain your weight. So 6.5 pounds, that's 6.5 pounds that I would have had, and probably a lot more had I not signed on and started working out with Fitness Asylum. But beyond what I lost in the fall, I feel like what I've gained has far outweighed it. So the thing that makes Fitness Asylum special for me is that it really truly does address the whole picture. I have given thousands and thousands of dollars to other gyms, which shall not be named, only to attend gung-ho for a little bit and then never to show up again and be hounded by, you guessed it, my husband every month. And when the bill came through, that like, Jesus Christ, are you seriously still paying for this? Like, what did you sign up for, a lifetime membership? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna go next week, I promise. In the fall challenge, for me, everything clicked. And Bonnie made reference to my question. So you're gonna know that I'm not really known for brevity. And I know you've all been sitting here for a long time, so I promise I'll hurry up. But I'm also not ashamed to raise my hand and ask a question. I'm a teacher full-time, and I'm always the one in the faculty meeting that, no one wants to say it, but I'm like, ugh, it's gotta be said. I gotta raise my hand. So I really came into that challenge very worried, because I I'm not a huge meat eater. So I need pants, right? Like protein is my pants, and here I was running around my whole life, I didn't know it, fucking bare-bottomed. I was like, oh my God. I was a half nudist until I was 40. That was like crazy. Okay. I mean, in my house, a meal was pasta and bread and maybe a little salad, and that was it. There was no protein, no pants, for me at least. I would cook it for my family, and I'd be like, you know, if I didn't ever eat meat again, I'd probably be okay. So I came to the thing, I sat right in these seats, although we were in a different room, we were facing the opposite direction, I recall, so maybe not the exact same seat. And it came time for Q&A. And you know, some people were asking like really insightful questions and whatever, but there I was, like the nagging voice, you know, just ask your question, Jill. You gotta ask it, because I didn't know how on earth I was gonna do this thing, because Bonnie made us write in the packet, I am doing this damn thing. And I was like, how am I gonna do the damn thing when I don't like protein? So I raised my hand and she's like, yes. I said, hi, what kind of suggestions do you have for someone who doesn't really like meat? And in her lovely Bonnie way, she kind of was like, you mean like you're vegetarian? And I said, no, I don't really like it. And like when I weigh out what 5 ounces looks like, I think to myself, like, that's fucking disgusting. Who eats that much meat in one sitting? And she was like, and I could tell, like, no one else was with me in that moment. I was like just an island of despair. And like, holy cow, I really need to like get my shit together. So she basically kindly, graciously laughed and then was like, okay, you're gonna want to try grass-fed and organic and it will taste better. So I said, all right, whatever. I felt like a total like idiot, but it was fun. So I'm here to tell you that as a very picky eater, and I don't mean picky like, ooh, I'm only eating healthy, like picky like, food aversions. I just don't like the texture or whatever. I did make the program work for me, and it really has become a part of my life. So now I always think in terms of protein first, and then, you know, I think about my other macros, and, you know, I'm exhibiting some success. I think that the gains that I've had have been more in terms of, number one, friendships. I've met some of the most amazing people through Fitness Asylum. It's a tremendous community with a lot of support. We have done fundraisers for people who are going through some really serious stuff, and I promise you that at the very minimum, you're gonna just feel like you are making some huge deposits in your karma bank by being associated and affiliated with a fitness asylum. For the first time in my life, I have visible muscles, and that's awesome. I love it. And because of that, now I really have developed some confidence and the belief that I truly, truly can do anything that I set my mind to. If you had told me a year ago that, you know, I would be wearing a size 4 pants, I was like busting out of tons, busting out. And you'll see the pictures, you know, eventually on the inner circle. Not my before and after from fall, but from my life. I would have told you you were like insane. But the truth is that this absolutely does work. You need to get in the right mindset and really just truly join the community. My husband, there's been a lot of buzz about the Leah Remini Scientology series on A&E. And he's like, do I need to go there and ask people like if they need help getting out? And I was like, I said, absolutely not. I said, we're all there. And Bonnie's name is regularly mentioned in my house. Like he'll say, would Bonnie say that's okay? You know, I'm like, oh my God, yes, I know. I need a little rubber bracelet, Dan, that says WWBD for what would Bonnie do. She will become part of you. I don't know of any other place ever in the history of gyms ever where you will have such unlimited access to the person who started it all. She's incredibly responsive, she's witty, and I will be so sad that we're not gonna have the Bond cast every Friday night, but I will be sure to tune in every time there is. Okay, so I know we've all been sitting here. I just want to leave you with one quick quote. I found it online. This is not a Jill original. I'm a teacher, no plagiarism here, right? Okay. So it says, be around the light bringers, the magic makers, the world shifters, the game shakers. They will challenge you, break you open, uplift you, and expand you. They don't let you play small with your life. These heartbeats are your people. These people are your tribe. Welcome to the tribe.